By all the lands and all the seas. It feels like it's been years since I last set foot through these doors. Best tavern in the world, and I finally returned. It's damn good to be back. And even better to see my favorite tavern keeper again. How have you been, my dear? Well, I can't say our last journey didn't leave me feeling like death with the poles, but now that I'm here, I feel better than I've felt in a long while, especially since I've laid eyes on you. I can assure you that I'm neither a bard nor am I looking for any coin in exchange for my flattery. I unfortunately lack any musical skills, though I'm not in need for coin, so you can rest assured that my compliments are genuine. For you, they always are. What, do you think I praise you because I have ulterior motives? I mean, my silver tongue may be one of my most useful assets, but you've never been the type to be seduced so easily. I'd only be making a fool of myself and wasting time, both yours and mine, if I thought I could win you over with words alone. However, it's my heart that speaks such words into existence rather than my head. Therefore, you can rest assured that my flattery is very, very genuine. Can you blame me? For the very first time I saw you standing at this very same bar, every bit as stunning as you are right now, I was enchanted. Then you handed me the first warm meal I had in months and let me stay here free of charge for the next month. Yes, you did put me to work for that month, but that doesn't negate the kindness you offer. You could have easily just turned me away and given the room to a paying customer, but you didn't. Instead, you gave me a place to stay and an opportunity to find my footing. Even with such an attractive face, I couldn't have predicted you'd been even kinder at heart, especially given the wicked words that your tongue speaks. But truly, your gesture was kind beyond what I could ask for, especially given the trouble I caused you when I tried to work at your side. God knows I made your job harder, but you continue to allow me to work at this very tavern, spending my days serving drinks in exchange for a roof over my head. You taught me much of what I know about gambling and swindling, as well as the most creative swears I've ever heard. I spent every day working at your side, and we ate together every night before bed. And I was happy, incredibly happy. I dare say that I was the happiest I'd ever been. However, as you know, all good things must change, if not come to an end altogether. And even back then I knew this. So, when I was on the docks and was offered a place at a ship to set sail, it was obvious sign that I needed to leave before I overstayed your generous welcome. So, I rushed back here, thanked you for your kindness, and told you that I would return in the future before I set off to sea. It was when I was on that ship that I found what I had been lacking when I came to you. A purpose. I came to you for a life I no longer wished to belong to, one I couldn't even tell you of, and you gave me the means to start a new one. You gave me the greatest gift I could ever ask for, and I doubt I could ever repay that. Sorry for my sentimental ramblings, but all of that was to say that you allowed me the chance for a new life, and I'm eternally grateful. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have had a chance to find my love for the sea and eventually find my own crew and travel the world. I owe my life to you. I owe everything to you. I feel that I can't say that enough. Everything I have and everything I am, I owe that to you. I appreciate that you think that all of my growth has been on my own, but it truly hasn't. You and everything you've done for me have changed the trajectory of my life. I would hardly be a pirate captain with a reputation known across the land and seas. I wouldn't have a crew or a ship. Hells, I doubt I'd even have a life to live. I'd most likely be dead, rotting if the vulture hadn't already picked my bones clean. You kept me from that fate. You saved me, and I owe you for that. No trying to deny it. I may not have a formal contract stating that I must repay you, but I refuse to let such a debt go unpaid, especially to such a dear, beloved friend. And it's with that in mind that I have a proposition, I suppose that would be a good term for it. I have a proposition for you. Your skepticism wounds me. You don't trust me? After all this time. But joking aside, I promise it's nothing so evil or wrong. It's simply a proposition between close friends. Just an idea I wanted to present to you for your consideration. Well, there's no way to know until I tell you, is there? So perhaps I should just tell you my proposition. And if you think it's truly something loathsome, then I'll gladly sit and listen to you tell me off. Oh, yes, I'd gladly. I'd be happy to listen to you for as long as you please, even if you are scolding me. Maybe even more if I'm being truthful. I'll admit to missing the way you tell me off or bleeding all over the counter. I always got the feeling that you used scolding as a way to show that you cared, and that pleasant thought made the sutures hurt so much less. Ah, you meant to tell you more about my offer. I understand now. I can't deny where my thoughts went when you asked me to tell you more. I promise I shall stick to the topic at hand now, if you can quit laughing at me. Thank you. Now, I have no subtle, flowery way to present this offer, so I'll just say it outright. My proposition is this. I want you to join me on my ship and become a part of my crew. I assure you, I'm completely serious. I want you to join my crew and set sail with me. Oh, there's a vast many reasons, an uncountably high number of reasons that I want you at my side. And I suspect that even I am not cautiously aware of them all. I suspect that if you were to join me, some of those reasons would become clearer in my mind as we spent more time together, and I might even be able to share in these with you. However, the main reason is, as I just said, I wish to repay you for every kindness you've shown me. I know this is your tavern and you've spent so long making it what it is, but this isn't meant to be your fate forever. You're growing restless. I can see it. This life, your life, needs to change. You need a new start, just like the one you gave me. And you may call me selfish for this, but I wish to give you this start. I want to be the one to extend this offer to you. Even more selfish yet, it's because I want your new life to still include me. I want to live at your side. I wish to be there for you, even more than I can be now. I miss you much more each time I leave, and I seek to hit two birds with one stone. I wish to give you a change in destiny that you crave, as well as have you at a more steadfast presence in my life. It is as I said, I am so very selfish, but I still want to see you happy. There's no denying that I would gain something from this proposition, and I won't try to hide such a fact. But I wish to give you something that brings you joy as well. I wish to see you happy. I want to see that spark of life in your eyes. It's still there, but so dull now. I want to nurture it back to health, to see it grow back into that lightning storm like it was when we first met. I want to see that wild joy in your eyes once again, both for your sake and for mine. Of course, you're free to turn me down. I would understand if you did. This is your home, and I will not tear it away from you, nor you away from it. If you wish to remain here, I will accept that answer with no questions, despite the longing I see in your eyes whenever you look towards the sea. Ah, sorry. I'm trying to remain impartial as I say this, but as you can see, I'm having a bit of difficulty. I digress. As I said, I will accept whatever decision you make without question or judgment. So I ask you, my dear, that you at least consider my offer. If you were to join my crew, I would show you a life of wonder and excitement, a life that I know you long for, and I'd give you the world. All I ask is that you allow me to see it with you. If you don't have your answer now, that's fine. It's no small choice to make, and I expect that you want time to make it, but we set sail in 1 week, and I fear that our next expedition will take far longer than any before. I'll need your answer before then. I'll leave you to your work then. If you should need me, I'll be just a few doors down. You know which room I've chosen, and I trust you still keep the spare key for it. You're always welcomed in, and I'd be happy to talk to you no matter what we talk about. If you prefer not to, that's fine as well. But I'd like to share a meal with you one last time before we set sail, just like we used to. So, if you'd please, I'd like you to join me for dinner one last night for this week. I'll cook for us, and I'll just ask that you be there. Please, I'm afraid it'll be the last time I have a chance to enjoy your company for a while. And once we're done, you can tell me your decision, and then, well, I guess we'll have to see, won't we? Until then, I suppose. Have a good evening, my dearest. I'll be around the city. If you need me, simply call for me, and I'll return to you.